That's all right. What's going on, guys? So today I want to talk to you a little bit about how your purpose, like your purpose in life, finds you, right? And truthfully, I don't believe we have one purpose. I believe we have multiple purposes. But a lot of people spouting online, they're all like, purpose, find your purpose, work on your purpose. That's it. And it's a little too like one-track minded. Like, I get it, right? Like, it's important to have your purpose, right? Like the thing that really drives you, the thing you really want to work on or help people with. The one thing I'll say about it is a lot of people are seeking their purpose. They're trying to find their purpose, right? And funny enough, it's I don't know if I should say this way, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Usually, it's a lot less likely to happen when you're looking for it and you're seeking it, right? Of course, you want to go out and try things and figure out what you're really passionate about, what you're into. But oftentimes, when you finally turn off that idea of, I'm looking for my passion, I'm looking for my purpose, or even if you translate that to something else, right? Like, I'm looking for my dream job, that thing that I'm really passionate about that I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm looking for my dream girl or a girlfriend or whatever it is, right? Like, oftentimes, like, that thing, especially like people say that all the time about girlfriends or dating, right? Like it sort of happens when you least expect it. That, again, that's a perfect example, though. That doesn't mean, like with the girlfriend thing, because a lot of people have this a little bit twisted. They think that there's some kind of Disney fairy tale version of that, where, it's like your mom hands you a cookie at Christmas after you tell her that you're still single, and she's like, oh, don't worry, Jimmy. The right girl is going to find you. Just keep doing what you're doing. And truthfully, Jimmy, what you've been doing so far hasn't been working, right? Just to be straight up with you. So more than likely, it's something that you can improve, right? Like, whether, and we could go any way with this, right? Like, whether it's your dating app profile pictures or your profile, so you are a high quality magnet for better options, or you are actually confident and creating opportunities for yourself during your daily life. Like, a lot of guys have this idea, right, that all they do is work in the gym and then they chill and they maybe use the dating apps. And dating apps are the only way to do things now. Not like generations before that weren't, meeting their partners in person or anything, right? It's really a big coping mechanism for why they're scared to go talk to girls, right? Just straight up. And again, a lot of guys will get this twisted too. They'll say, well, they'll have an ego about it, right? Like, oh, well, I don't want to have to go out to the bar, or I don't drink, and I respect that, right? Like, maybe you don't drink. You can go to the bar or go dancing and not drink. That's actually kind of fun, given that you're around the right people, right? You can make that fun and not drink. You don't need to drink. And at the same time, there's other versions of this too. Like, guys will complain and say, like, oh, well, bro, like, I don't want to, waste time, after work, just like walking around a shopping mall for 2 hours. It's like, you don't get it. Like, most guys, unless you're in like an extremely small town and you really don't have any options, then all I'm going to tell you just straight up right now is move somewhere else. It's your fault for sticking around that area. And if you go somewhere else with more options, higher quality options, they'll come. right? And you'll be around more. That's the thing, like, people have to see you. You have to be around more. So let's just hypothetically say that you cut the bar out and you cut booking 2 hours to walk around the mall out, and you also cut out dating apps. All right, let's just pretend that for a second. Well, you're going to need to become good at creating opportunities during your daily life. So you're a busy guy, you're working, maybe you're too busy. Well, oftentimes most guys have a situation where during their day they saw a cute girl somewhere, the coffee shop, the gym, the grocery store, and really they just kind of wussed out about approaching the girl. And by wuss out, I mean that they got scared. And they come up again, like some guy might be listening to this and his ego is getting in the way, right? He's like defending himself, like, well, no, bro, like, that's not where you approach women. Like, I wouldn't want to be bothered at the grocery store, at the gym. And I get it. I know where you're coming from, because I was there before too. But just flip it, right? First of all, our parents and the generations before us had no problem with this. I mean, maybe sometimes they were shy, but like they would get it done. And then on top of this, I mean, let's talk about the fact that if you flip it, you wouldn't be mad if a cute girl just approached you and started a conversation that went well and suggested a date if you were in the gym, a grocery store, coffee shop, wherever, right? So don't pretend to be all high and mighty about it, when really it's just that you're scared to approach them and you don't know how. That's okay. Like, it's okay to admit that, and I was there before too. So now that you know, this is all a huge tangent on why you need to be more intentional with your life, right? Because being more intentional will direct you towards the purpose, right? So if you're, let's say, in the dating scenario, intentionally putting yourself in situations with more high quality women, you're able to act upon opportunities or create them, then you might find a really awesome partner. Same thing goes for everything else that the video started with, right? Like a career or a way of generating wealth, finances that you're really passionate about. You have to put yourself in these situations where you're trying different things, you're meeting different people, and you're out learning, growing, getting out of your comfort zone so that this thing comes to you, right? It's around you. It's always around you, and then it presents itself because you're ready and you're out there, like, being intentional. You're not necessarily looking, but you're open. That's the difference, right? You're not seeking. It's not from a place of scarcity. It's like, the world is abundant, the world is big, I'm out here creating an amazing life, and you become a magnet for these things to find you. I mean, you are what you attract, right? So if you've had trash relationships so far, well, there's a common denominator, and it's you, right? So you haven't developed enough your character, your personality, maybe other different areas of your life to attract a high quality woman into your life. And the same goes for these other things, like a career, job, anything. And so this is why when you become that future self that you really want to be, high quality, you got high standards, high values, right? Like, you really actually are being intentional about your life. You become a magnet for high quality. And when you do that, these things find you. The girl, the job, the purpose. You got it? I know you do. You got this, bro.